Okay, so welcome to today's Akashic meditation. We are going to be cutting cords with toxic people. So that was the theme that I wanted to focus on, given that it has been Valentine's, but of course we can watch this or listen to this meditation at any time, because there are always going to be cords of some kind that we can cut with people that basically drain our energy. So you might be feeling a little bit at the moment that you are being drained by others' energies, perhaps their beliefs, their attitudes, just being in their presence. We can find that there are certain people that do have that kind of effect on us, or that we can meet just random people, um, or kind of acquaintances, and we spend a little bit of time with them, and then before long we're feeling quite depleted with our energy. We're feeling quite low, and some of this will be because we will have the energies of being able to hold space for others, and so people then feel that they can share all of their woes. um, and we listen to them and kind of, yeah, as I say, hold space. But what can also happen is that we can also then create a cord of some kind, or a thread, or a tag. And what that means is that that connection then continues long after you've said goodbye to that person. So there is those kind of people that we can have, whether they're, acquaintances, people that we've just randomly met in the street, or in the cafe, or whatever it might be. Or there could be toxic people that are from your past, from relationships usually, but it could be family members, it could be old friendships, where they've not been maybe in your life for a long time, but we have an old cord that is still connecting us to that person, to their energy, their frequency. And if we kind of think about them every now and again, just kind of maybe remembering something from the past, or maybe we're thinking, oh, I wonder how that person's doing. What we're doing is we're re-engaging that cord or that thread. And so it allows us to then give energy to that person. Now, these cords and threads and tags and hooks and things like that are not consciously created, and usually they're quite innocently created. But if we are continually giving too much energy or time, or not setting appropriate boundaries with people, then we absolutely do keep that kind of thread and that cord alive. So I thought today would be great to go into the Akashic records and kind of basically cut those cords, and allow us just to kind of be back in our wholeness again. Now, this will be something that you may need to work on quite a few times if there is a particular toxic relationship, ex-relationship, ex-friendship, ex-family connection, family tie that you are still very much affected by. So there could be multiple cords. And when we cut cords, we're only cutting the cords that are negative, the ones that are draining our energy, that are inadvertently affecting us in a negative way. We don't cut cords that have, where we have a positive connection. It's only the ones that we want to release that are not. And it might be that you don't have any positive connections with some toxic people, and that's perfect. It might be that we have to cut all cords, all connections, to feel truly free from that person. And so today, who we're going to invite, or she wanted to step forward, was the goddess Kali. And the goddess Kali is a Hindu goddess, and she's very much about liberation. She's about revolution, and she helps us to basically cut cords with people, situations, relationships, circumstances, situations that are not serving us. So we're going to use this beautiful goddess today to support us. And of course, when we use the Akashic records, we can bring in different guides. to help us. It doesn't have to just be your record keepers. You can call in angels, elemental energies, goddesses, etc. So without further ado, we're going to connect in your Akashic records. And I do this and share this information so that you can really elevate your own connection, to get this practice in, basically, so that you become more connected with your guides, more connected with your intuition, and also more connected with your own soul's journey, and empower you to release some of the blocks, some of the things that we have that are not helping us at this time. So without further ado, I'm going to ask you to place your hands, palms facing upwards, so that you have them gently resting on your lap. And then I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. You're not going to be here for a long time, so give yourself permission now to let go. Just giving yourself this time to be with yourself, be in your own Akashic records, connecting with your own wisdom and your own gifts and your own journey, your soul's journey. So what I'd like you to do is take a deep breath in for me. And as you take that deep breath in, you're going to just call back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath, I want you to allow your shoulders to relax. Start to just feel the body softening in the chair. Feeling the connection of the seat below your sitting bones, the back of the chair behind your back. Feeling supported by the furniture. Bringing yourself back to your breath, back to your body, back into the present. And again, take another deep breath in. Calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath again, just releasing any energy that's not serving you, any other people's energies that you have picked up in your aura, in your auric fields. Just imagine, sense, feel, or just know that those energies are now being drained from your energy field, from your light. Again, back to the earth. And again, take another deep breath in for me. Calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath, I want you to start to bring your awareness to your feet. Feeling the connection, the soles of your feet against the floor, against the ground. And start to imagine that you've got thick, strong silver roots that are starting to come out the bottoms of your feet. And these roots will start to make their way through into the ground, traveling down through the soil, going deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. And your silver roots are going to start to head towards the heart of Mother Earth. And we're going to make this connection with the heart of Mother Earth so that you feel fully grounded and fully earthed whilst you connect with your Akashic records today. So those silver roots are carrying on, traveling through the earth, going deeper and deeper, down towards the heart of the planet, which is represented by a large crystal. Just start to notice, sense, feel, or imagine what kind of crystal, the color of the crystal, and if you know the type, bring that into your awareness now and start to wrap your silver roots around that crystal. And as you wrap your roots around the heart of Mother Earth, you'll start to feel that nurturing connection as her crystalline energy starts to transfer into your silver roots. And you'll feel that connection, or have just a sense of knowing that you are now connected Your roots will start to draw up that energy from the crystal. The silver roots will start to change colour as you draw that energy up higher, back through the earth, back through the soil, all of the different layers of the planets. That energy is being brought up higher and higher, higher and higher. And we're going to bring this crystalline energy through the physical body to balance your chakras today. And just to bring a sense of overall well-being and peace to your bodies. So that crystalline energy is making its way now through the Earth Star chakra, which is about 1.5 meters below your feet. And then it enters into your body, and your body automatically starts to draw that energy up the legs, up to the thighs, taking it through the root chakra at the base of the spine, taking it through the sex organs and the sacral chakra, taking it higher now through the navel chakra, higher and higher, taking it now above the belly button through the solar plexus chakra, now taking it up to the heart and allowing the heart chakra to expand even more, feeling it perhaps even pushing against your chest and your back. It's almost like a beautiful rose head flower that's opening up all of its petals as the crystalline energy enters through those layers, cleansing and clearing, healing and restoring anything that your heart chakra needs today. Bringing the energy up higher now, up to the shoulders, and the crystalline colours and energies make their way down your arms, all the way down to your hands and your palm chakras. The palm chakras open and that beautiful crystalline energy shines out through your hands, projecting the energy into the room all around you, cleansing and clearing anything in your environment, in your space. Again, that is holding anything that isn't supportive of your light, is being taken by the energy of Mother Earth. And she will transmute and transform anything that she takes today. Bring your awareness now back to the top of your chest and the thymus, through the throat chakra, taking the energy to the back of the neck, up to the top of the neck and the base of the skull. There we have the Alta Major chakra, and we're going to take the energy through there, up to the third eye, the point between your eyebrows, taking it now around the sides of your head through your ear chakras, into the middle of the head through the pineal and pituitary glands, and then up to the top of the head, up to the crown, and allow the crown chakra to open like a beautiful lotus flower that's got its petals just falling gently around the back of the head and around the face. Your crown chakra opens and that crystalline energy shines through the top of your head, connecting with all of your etheric chakras and lighting them up. Your soul star chakra, your universal chakra, and your stellar gateway right above your head. And the causal chakra at the back of your head. This chakra in particular connects with your Akashic records and is also known as the moon chakra. All of these have been brought into perfect balance for you today, and you're feeling very grounded, very present. And your body will continue to relax as we go through this meditation. Continue to take long, deep breaths. As we call in your spiritual support team now to hold the space for you, these are your own personal guides that wish to step in, and these will be beings of 100% pure love and light, stepping closer to your energies, And we're going to now ask for 6 archangels to also hold you in an angelic white sphere of light with Archangel Sandalphon below your feet. We invite Archangel Michael to stand behind you, Archangel Gabriel to your left, Archangel Uriel in front, and Archangel Raphael to your right. I'm going to invite also Archangel Metatron to hold the space above your head. And we request that Archangel Metatron also brings down a golden pillar of light of energy. This golden pillar of light is connected to divine source. Feel yourself bathed in that light as Archangel Metatron has it in his hands and he brings it through the ceiling of the room that you're in and connects with your etheric chakras. That golden pillar of light continues to encase your body as it travels itself all around and down your body, bathing you and filling your field with golden light. It continues to travel down past your torso, your hips, your legs, past your feet and down into the earth. You're held in that golden pillar of light, connected to divine source. Archangel Metatron seals that angelic sphere of light above your head, and you are now held above and below and within that angelic sphere of light. At this point, we're going to ask for your ego now to step out of your physical body. Imagine, sense, feel, or just know that there is a figure that is stepping out of your body now and starting to head towards the door of the room that you're in. Your ego has a smile on their face because they know that they'll be back soon enough. Your ego closes the door gently behind them. And so now you know that any guidance or information that is given to you will be from your record keepers, from your higher self perhaps, or even from Kali, the beautiful goddess that's supporting us today. Bringing now your attention to your third eye, and I want you to start to imagine, sense, feel, or just know that there's a purple portal of light that's starting to grow bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, and it gets so big that you can step through the purple portal of light, and you start to find yourself in a corridor. And this corridor is the one that leads you to your Akashic records. And as we walk down this corridor, I'm going to ask for your guides and your higher self and the conscious aspect of you to start to open up your senses as we head towards the door of your Akashic records. So as you walk down the corridor, start to hear your footsteps on the floor. Have a sense of maybe what you are walking upon. Is it hard floor? Is it carpet? Is it perhaps sand? As you walk down the corridor, use your imagination or visualize what your corridor looks like. Reach your hands out to the walls and feel the texture beneath your fingertips. Do the walls feel smooth and cold? Do they feel warm and textured? Head towards the door at the bottom of the corridor. And also notice if there are any smells, perhaps candles, flowers, maybe the smell of old books and paper. Once you get to the door at the end of the corridor, notice that you have your details upon that door, your full name, your date of birth and place of birth. Once you sense, feel, visualize, or just know that those details are there, you know you're at the right Akashic records. I want you to open the door now and step into your library, into the hall of your records. Take a few more steps in and allow the door to gently shut behind you. And just get a real sense of what it's like to be in your own library, surrounded by thousands upon thousands of books. Or maybe there's just a few there on show. Your hall of records may feel very grand and very large, or perhaps quite modest and small. Either way, just know that this is perfect for you, and your records can change their appearance every time you enter. Take a few more steps in and just really embody the energy, the space that you are standing within, surrounded by all of your soul's knowledge, wisdom, mastery, gifts, all of that information from every lifetime since your soul's creation, held within this space. Take a few more steps in and head towards the large table in the middle of your library. There, upon this long, large table, there is a book. This is your present lifetime book that's recording every single thought, feeling, choice, decision, action, and consequence that you have made through every year of your life so far in this lifetime. It's all recorded in this book. Just notice perhaps what this book looks like, feels like. And as you're looking and connecting with your present lifetime book, you will start to feel at least one energy that's standing beside you. I want you to turn around, and there before you, you'll notice one or at least one of your Akashic record keepers. Your Akashic record guides are smiling and are very, very pleased that you're here today. Say hello, greet your guides in any way that feels comfortable for you. And if you don't know their name, perhaps ask for it and see if they give it to you. And just know you can connect with your guides at any time. So your guides tell you that they know that you're in here to cut cords with toxic people. And your guide knows that you have at least one person consciously that you are aware of that you would like to cut some cords with. So your guide is inviting you now to stand upon a silver disc upon the floor of your Akashic records. Your guide lets you know that when we stand upon this silver disc, we're going to invite the energy of Kali into your hall of records. So making your way over to that silver disc, step upon the circle. And as you step upon that circle, the image of a beautiful goddess, Hindu goddess, starts to appear before you. The Hindu goddess Kali smiles and reassures you that whatever work we do today will be for both yours and anybody else's highest good. And that the cords, the threads, the tags, the ties that we cut today are the ones that are ready to be cut. So next to the silver disc upon the floor, you will notice that there's now another disc that is appearing. And this is for a particular person that you wish to bring into your records. Start to imagine, or maybe say out loud, or in your mind, who is it that you wish to bring into your records today? Give that name to Kali and your guides. And as you do, you start to sense, feel, visualize, or imagine that that person is now standing upon the silver disc. And this could be a person that isn't even alive, somebody that is already passed. They can still be brought into your records now. Once you know that that person is there, Kali just steps forward to let you know that this person cannot influence you in any way whilst they're in your records. They cannot harm you, and everything is perfectly safe, and you are being held in a beautiful bubble of divine love and angelic light. Now, Kali is going to request for all of the cords, threads, tags, ties, hooks, connections that you have with this particular person to now appear between the two of you. And you'll start to notice, or maybe sense, or feel, or imagine that there's maybe just one cord that starts to appear between you and this figure, or there could be multiple threads that have started to appear. And these threads are just shining like a silvery thread that are connecting you to this other person. And I want you to get a real sense of how many there are. And is there a particular point that they are connected to within your physical body, maybe a chakra, your auric field? Just start to notice how many there are. And remember, it's perfectly safe to be in this at this point now with this person. Once you've got a sense of how many cords, threads, tags, connections, or ties there are, Carly's going to start to cut these cords, and from the cloak of the dress that she's wearing, from the pocket, she pulls out a very, very powerful knife. And then she starts to work her way through cutting those cords. And she starts with the one that has the biggest influence upon you at this time. Just notice where that cord is. Is it connected to perhaps your third eye, your heart, your throat? It might be around the back, the soles of your feet, perhaps the sacral chakra. This will give you an idea and give you information of how you are being most affected by this connection to this particular person. And then Carly starts to work her way through all of the cords. And as she breaks that connection, as she severs that tie, all of those threads, those cords, those connections, those ties, those hooks are going to be dissolved back to divine source. Just allow Carly to continue to move between the two of you as she moves around your body, above your head, below your feet. She starts to work wider around your auric field to at least 2 meters all around, cleansing and clearing and dissolving all cords, connections to this particular person. And as those cords get cut, I just want you to notice how you are feeling. Where are you feeling the lightness come into your body? Perhaps that sense of being weighted down or dread. Where is it being lifted from and released? Allow those cords to continue to be cut and dissolved. And then before long, Carly stops and places her knife back in her cloak and tells you that this cord cutting is now complete. She then hands you a ball of beautiful green healing light. You take that ball of light from her and she asks you to place it within your heart chakra. And as you place that green ball of light within the heart and pressing it deep into your heart, your whole body lights up with a beautiful green healing energy. And wherever those cords, threads, hooks, tags, and connections were, they are now being fully healed from the inside out. Until there is absolutely no evidence or remnants of that cord ever being there. So within that healing, it gives you the opportunity to release any hurts that have come with the connection of this person, any wounding, any trauma. All of this is being released and healed. And as you bathe within that beautiful green ball of light, feeling it fill your whole body, Carly also activates a green ball of light into the heart of the other person so that they can also receive that same healing. And then that green light starts to fade away as you are now completely separated from a negative perspective to that person, to that relationship. And when you're ready, you can now say out loud or in your mind what that person's name is and just let them know that they are now released from your Akashic records. As you do, that image of that person starts to fade and the silver disc disappears. And then it's just left with you standing upon that silver disc. And Carly steps forward and places in your hand the beautiful dagger or knife that she's been using and asks you to keep it so that you can do your own cord cutting anytime you choose to, whenever you feel the need. Your guide invites you to stand off the silver disc and head towards the long, large table. Pulling your lifetime book towards you, your guide is inviting you now to press that dagger into your present lifetime book. And this is anchoring and installing the ability for you to cut your own cords any time you choose. Installing this into your Akashic records is going to allow you to remember this process and the power of this process whenever you need it. It will support you with your soul alignments and keeping your energies clear and be able to disconnect from any other toxic people or relationships that you need to separate from. See that dagger now disappear into the page and perhaps become an illustration or a photograph, or maybe even just text. Know that that has been successfully integrated into your present lifetime book. And you can now step away from the table. And Carly bids you farewell. And your guides let you know it's now time to leave your Akashic records. But know that you can come back here at any time to connect with your guides, to cut more cords, or to find out more about your own soul's journey. Say goodbye to your guides in any way that feels appropriate for you. And then when you're ready, start to head towards the door of your Akashic records. Once you get to the door, take one more look around your library. And then open the door and step back into the corridor. And as the door shuts behind you, I want you to out loud or in your mind say, I now close my Akashic records. Start to head towards the purple swirling light, the end of the corridor. Once you get to the purple swirling light, step through it and start to bring yourself back into the room, back into your physical body. And you can start to ground the healing by rubbing your thighs and rubbing your feet upon the floor, taking a stretch, drinking water, whatever feels right for you to just be brought back round. And then you may want to journal or make notes around what you saw today, perhaps how many chords that you could pick up on, maybe where they were all placed, or where the main chord was placed, the one that was really feeding that connection between the two of you, and also maybe who that person was that you brought into your Akashic records. If you've got any insights, if there's anything that you want to share, then please do let me know. I would love to hear what your experience of that journey was. And just know that cord cutting is something, as I say, that we may need to repeat, because more cords can present themselves. If we feel that we've not got that full clear connection, or we keep going back to a particular relationship for whatever reason, then continue to do this process. For me, there isn't too many times that you can cut cords. If you find that you are being dragged back into certain relationships, or you're not placing in better boundaries with that particular person. So keep cutting those cords, but also just know that you're empowered to say no, and set firm boundaries as well. And that's another thing that Carly brings, is this aspect of courage and strength to do that as well. So I hope you enjoyed that session. Do let me know. I'd love to hear. And I'll see you all very, very soon.